All right, welcome back, guys, to the Small Guys podcast. Today we are doing a bonus episode. We weren't really planning on doing this, but after Comic-Con with Marvel's big Hall H reveal, they revealed Phase 5 and Phase 6, and yeah, so we're gonna go through and break down every single one. We got the core five of us here: me, Aiden, Mikey, Brian, and Andrew, and yeah, we're just gonna break down every single thing and then give theories and stuff like that, speculations, rumors that we've heard. Basically, just go through every single one, talk about them for a couple minutes each. Yeah, so let's get started. First there is we can talk about the animated shows first that got announced, or we can start with She-Hulk. We got a She-Hulk trailer and a Black Panther trailer. So you guys want to talk with you guys want to start with She-Hulk first?
Yeah, let's do She-Hulk.
Yep.
Okay.
That works for
So
me.
I'm gonna just start off by saying this. I think she looks a lot better this time around. Like, this trailer was way better than the first one. That first one was like, do I even want to watch this shit? To now, like, oh, I'm actually pretty excited for the show.
I didn't really. It was like I thought that she looked a lot different in this one.
Yeah.
They probably obviously took the criticism to heart.
Oh, 100%.
First one
She
was
like
atrocious. Everyone was giving it a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
That was Fiona. That wasn't Jen Walters in the first two.
No, they showed Daredevil in it.
Yeah, that's
At the
sick.
very end.
That's hype.
That's
Yeah.
gonna
How
make
do you
it
guys like the
sweet.
new suit?
That looks sweet. The yellow suit.
I
looks
don't
so
know,
cool.
man.
Yellow
I
and
don't think
red.
it looked as good as the original Netflix one.
Really?
I saw like a still of it. I mean, obviously you can't see the head and all that, but I don't know.
I think it'll look really good. That's how it looked in the comics.
Should
too,
have
I'm
looked
pretty sure.
better.
Yeah, it's comic accurate.
Yeah.
I think the suit looked fire, but also that one that they did for Netflix was so fucking badass.
Yeah.
Because
It was
again, you got to remember that whole first season, he's just beating dudes up in all black clothes and that fucking bandana cut out, like eyes cut out. And
Yeah,
then
just
when
a
he
cloth
gets it,
suit, right?
when he gets his suit, bro, that was fire.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Wong's in it in the trailer.
Yeah.
Dude,
Um,
anything Wong pops up in, I love. No matter what it is, Wong shows up, and I'm like, this isn't so bad after all.
I'm
Yeah.
not complaining, but why the fuck is he showing up in every single thing?
Well, he's
He's-
the
that is
supreme
going on
He's
in
sorcerer.
the Sorcerer
Sorcerer Supreme.
Supreme.
Yeah,
So
I'm
it
sorry,
makes sense
mixed that up.
because it makes sense because if they would have went with Doctor Strange, Benedict Cumberbatch being Strange Supreme, or not Strange Supreme, Sorcerer Supreme,
Mhm.
Yeah.
you would have to be in a lot more shit, you know. So I
That-
think they're doing it that way, and obviously people weren't happy when Doctor Strange came out and they made Wong Sorcerer Supreme. Well, honestly, I think it plays a. I think it's better. It rolls out better than how
I think
they
it rolls
originally
out better
planned.
too. Plus, the way that they filled it in was the fact of like, oh well, I would have got it, but I was gone for 5 years.
Yeah, like they
So
just
I
made
like
a
I like
comedy
how that
gag
fits
off
and
of
it makes sense. And on top of that, I don't think Doctor Strange is truly upset because like Wong's
no.
his boy, and like he knows Wong is like the next best to do it. And since he was gone for the 5 years, humble himself. That's fine. Whenever his time comes around, he can step up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But
Marvel's happy too because now they don't got to pay Benedict Cumberbatch
Yeah,
that much
exactly.
money.
But from Shang-Chi to Doctor Strange to then She-Hulk, is it like does She-Hulk take place before Multiverse of Madness, do you think? Or because like you see in Shang-Chi that Wong is working with Abomination.
Mhm.
So and
might
they
take
go
place
back to
somewhere
the
in the middle.
cell. You think so? I'm not sure. I thought about that when after I watched the trailer. I was like, wait, so how does this tie in? Is it after? Because I know Multiverse of Madness and like same with like Thor and stuff. They take place like after the blip, like after like in the far future. So like every movie that's been coming out in Phase 4, it takes place after, so it's like more in the future. So I don't know how it works with the shows. I don't know if the show is going to go back before Doctor Strange took place or what. So
No, we're
I
probably
think it's
gonna
gonna
see
be
that.
after Doctor Strange for
it could,
sure.
it could for sure. Yeah,
No, I think we're gonna see that time jump. I think.
you think so?
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
might
I mean, they're
start
definitely
at
gonna
one
fill us
spot and
in.
then skip over.
And then we should probably say this. Who has seen Miss Marvel? I know Aiden did, and
I
I
saw it.
finished
I'm
it.
halfway through it, but I know what happens at the end.
Okay, so should we just say it? Are you guys cool with that, Brian?
Yeah,
Andrew, you guys-
honestly,
I don't
just
care.
say it. Save me the time.
do you guys
I'm
know
not
what
watching.
happens?
No,
No.
no.
Okay,
Aiden-
so
Aiden-
It's a good
spoilers
show,
for Miss
man.
Marvel. Yeah, so at the end of Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel shows up. She swaps places with her. Yeah,
What?
but what's cool is she is the first mutant.
Oh, technically?
Yeah.
Yep. They
Yeah,
don't
she said
call
she's
her
a
a mutant. They just said
She
that
said it
her
was a
genetics are
mutation.
mutation.
Yeah.
There's mutation in her
Actually-
genetics. So.
That's like them calling Hulk the big guy to pussyfoot around,
Yeah.
calling him the Hulk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, so
Yeah.
Namor and Black Panther is actually supposed to be the world's first mutant in the MCU. So,
Okay.
So,
Okay.
but yeah, she is the first person that we've identified as a mutant, I guess. So, which is pretty cool. I didn't mind that show too bad. Now that we're on that topic, just really quick, the first two episodes were actually pretty good, and then it fell off completely. I did not like the middle, and the last episode was pretty good. So
I will say we went to a bar in Detroit, and it was me and Trevor sitting there, and me and Trevor were just like bullshitting about like the latest MCU movie at that point. And this was pre Thor, so I think we were just talking Doctor Strange, and the bartender actually overheard us and was like, "Oh, you guys talking MCU?" And we're like, "Oh yeah, we are." And he was like, "Oh, that's awesome." And actually, you know what? We were talking Thor because that was during my birthday when we went
Yeah.
out. So 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, whatever the fuck it was. And so we were talking about it, and the guy overheard us. He goes, "Oh, you talk about the MCU? What do you think about Thor?" And I told him what I said on here, and I was like, "Look, it's an entertaining movie. Could have been better, sure, but for what they gave us, I think I liked it more than Doctor Strange." And he goes, "Oh, okay, cool, cool, cool." Then he goes, "You watched Miss Marvel yet?" And me and Trevor like looked at each other, looked at him. He goes, I go, "Nah," and he goes, "Look, I was in the same boat." But I'm telling you, that shit is fire. And I was
Yeah,
like,
it is
"For
good,
real?"
man.
And he goes, "Look, I know, I know exactly where you're coming from." But yes, so that night I went home and watched 3 of them after I finally left the bar, and I liked it, but I just never got around to going back to it.
yeah,
I didn't
Yeah.
care for it.
Did you pull the podcast card on the bartender? Or what?
No, no,
Yeah.
no.
Hey man, I'm in a
I
podcast.
pulled the birthday card though, and he was like, "Oh, right this way."
Well, he saw your stash or your what do they call it? Sash.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet
But
16
regardless,
stash.
You think I would wear a sash, bro? It's a fucking
Yeah.
crown.
regardless, I
You
I
had
do.
your,
I
you
will
had
say
your
that
cute dress on and your nails painted.
Yeah, bro. It's taking your mom out on a nice date. I had to look good.
Good man.
Alrighty.
What's up, Mike?
Steer
No,
it
I was
back.
gonna say I do like the fact that they said at the end that she's gonna show up in the Marvels.
Marvels, yeah,
Yo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I hope they do a little bit more in between though.
yeah,
I don't want them just to like magically like find each other in the movie. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know.
yeah, yeah.
It's
So
hard.
so that
Hard to-
show's wrapped up. She-Hulk. I do want to say it is 9 episodes. I'm not sure how long they'll be.
Is it 9?
Yeah, it's 9. They confirmed
Damn.
it.
Probably
So
gonna be like 40.
yeah, probably. Which I mean, it's better than 6. I know a lot of people have been complaining that 6 isn't
Yeah,
enough.
I mean,
so-
you got to think that She-Hulk's gonna introduce a shit ton of characters too,
oh yeah,
because she's like a lawyer, obviously, for those that have been indicted.
The thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, possibly.
yeah. That's the rumor. Thing might
That's
show
the
up.
rumor.
Jason Segel.
I'm excited
that'd
to
be
see
cool.
that if that happens.
It's Jason
Jason
Segel.
Segel would be.
He'd be
I don't
perfect
even
for it,
know.
I don't know, man.
Fuck, the guy
everything
they
I
about
mean,
casted-
who would
him
you guys
is
cast?
The guy they
comedy.
casted for Fisk might have been a better The Thing.
No,
Yeah, for
DiCaprio. Well,
we
you
got
guys
we
move
got
Jack
on.
that
Black.
to talk about later.
Jack Black is a thing.
We
Oh.
got more to talk about right now. Let's save that for when we get to the last.
So there's
phase.
also I Am Groot. Did you guys see that trailer?
Yeah.
I
looks
didn't
good.
watch the trailer. I know I'm gonna watch it just because I fucking love Groot.
Yeah. So it's 5 shorts, and I think they're only 12 to 20 minutes or something. They're really tiny
and
episodes.
you know for a fact Vin Diesel was in his bag that whole
Oh, yeah, no,
time.
he was.
That
But I think
fucker.
that the thing with I'm Groot, I think that's like it's obviously present day MCU, and it's just gonna show him obviously probably like grow, and then they're gonna make him obviously bigger and more mature,
Yeah.
back to like almost the original one we saw in Guardians 1.
Yeah.
Well,
I-
in
That'd be
the
pretty sweet.
leaked trailer that I seen, I think he was back to his original form.
oh,
No,
really?
he was like a teenager.
I was gonna say in the trailer I saw, or
Yeah.
at least the one that they officially released, he's still like a teenager.
Yeah, or baby.
Oh,
even.
I saw the one where like the guy was like at Comic-Con like pointing up, like looking at the screen, probably sweating his ass off, trying not
Yeah,
to get
nervous.
snapped by Marvel.
Yeah.
He's
My hand
dead
would have
now,
been
don't
so
worry.
shaky. Kevin Feige personally
Yep.
delivered a bullet
He's
to
in
his
the
head.
dumpster right now.
Right when he
Uh,
hit that post button, he got executed. So he just got sniped at his computer.
No, and then too, let's just knock out all the animated movies that got or shows that got announced. There's the Marvel Zombies, which is TVMA.
Dude, if
Yeah,
they
that's gonna
keep
be
that
dope.
I'm excited for that.
TVMA, that is gonna be the best show that they come out with.
Yeah, and then the heroes that they had, I don't know if you guys saw that, like the picture, the
Yep.
art of them.
Mm-mm.
It had Jimmy Woo with the card. I thought that was pretty funny.
Very
Yelena's in it. Shang-Chi's in it. I'm trying to think who else. But the heroes looks pretty cool. I think that group. But
Okay.
I'm excited for that show. I wasn't at first, but when I saw it was TVMA, I'm like, okay,
has potential.
Oh, yeah,
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 that's
that's
why I DM'd it, and it made no sense after I looked at it. But what I meant by it was, if they stay true to TVMA, then this has potential to be a phenomenal show, like
Yes.
probably one of their best.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
And then
they
just wonder. It's probably just gonna be gory, right? But it's still animated, so it doesn't really matter.
If they go
I
Invincible
don't think they're
gory,
gonna
I'll be
swear
happy.
though. No, they're not gonna go that
Dude,
gory
if they
at
go
all.
Invincible, you
They
got
would never.
TVMA, you got the open
Yeah, but they
window,
don't even
just
care. It's
do
still
it.
Disney, bro. Disney would never allow that.
Disney
I mean, they
needs
put
to
innocent
Deadpool
people
and everything
dying.
on.
Yeah,
but
dude,
that's
that was
innocent people
hype.
dying and Invincible. They can't
Yeah,
do that
well,
on
okay,
MCU.
fair, but I'm talking the gore, like when
Yeah.
Omni-Man fucking does what he does.
Yeah. Mike, what do you think? Excited for this one or no?
I'm like
Yeah.
whatever on it, honestly.
He's scared of
Yeah.
zombies.
I'm like whatever on it, honestly.
No, it's
But
gonna
Well-
be sick.
Well,
This
two.
is,
Let's. There was What If season 2
Yeah, what
that
if?
got announced.
What
They
If
are doing
season
another
2?
Captain Carter episode for some reason.
Man,
Hey,
wow.
just stop.
We need her for Secret
Just
Wars, man.
beating the dead
Yes,
horse.
We need everyone
Haley
for Secret
Atwell.
Wars.
is so fine. It is ridiculous.
It's an animated show though.
I don't animated or not, man.
And she's as buff as Cap.
That gives a little insight on Mike's.
Yeah.
That's a different podcast. Okay.
Okay.
And then Spider-Man freshman year got announced too, which
That's
actually,
animated as well, right?
It's animated
Yeah.
as well, and it originally I think when they announced it a year or two ago, it was supposed to be canon, and now it's like got Osborn in it and
Daredevil.
yeah, Daredevil and like so a bunch of stuff that wouldn't make sense because Oscorp and stuff doesn't exist in the MCU, so it doesn't make sense at all.
Well,
And
unless
then
it opens the door for Andrew Garfield or
world.
Who do they
Toby to
have?
come
Who
through.
do
So
they have
people think,
voicing
yeah.
Spider-Man in that?
It's not Tom Holland. They confirmed it's
Yeah,
not Tom
so
Holland. No one knows.
it's kinda like-
they low key brought Drake Bell back. They just don't want to admit
That
it
would be
yet.
funny.
Is it gonna be
And-
canon
I
or
will
no?
say, have you guys watched any
No,
of that
I don't
show
think so.
with Drake Bell as Peter Parker, the animated
did.
one?
Yeah, I
I
did.
watched the whole like first season and half
Ultimate
the
Spider-Man?
second,
Drake
and
Bell.
that was
The
fucking,
fucking
great.
Predator, man.
Well, this was before any of that, and that was
mean,
a great show.
It was
It
just
doesn't
going
live
on.
up to the '90s Spider-Man though, whatever they called it. It was like Marvel's Comics
Spectacular
Spider-Man animated series. No, not Spectacular. Spectacular was the one that was animated all weird.
Oh, okay.
Or not weird, but different. Because now, essentially, what they did for Spectacular is what what's it called turned into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
And that's essentially what that was. They were going.
Well, and
for
they
that
could tie
vibe.
this show to that too.
Dude, they should. They need
And
to
then
bring
too,
back that
it got
Miles.
greenlit for it's called Spider-Man sophomore year.
Hey.
So it's already, which is funny because the freshman year one doesn't come out till 2 years from now, 2024 in fall,
Mhm.
and they already been greenlit for a second season.
Yeah, it's kinda
and
just a
named
money
it-
So,
grab at that
do you
point.
guys think at that point we're not going to see Spider-Man like Tom
No,
Holland at
it's
all
just-
pop
No, because
up?
I think it's a separate thing. Because Tom Holland's
Okay.
not voicing it, and
Okay.
like I said, it's not canon. If you go look, because there's also art of the
It's just gonna
villains that are
show the
gonna be in it.
villains that people want that they can't put on live screen.
Yeah, so they have
Live
villains like
action.
they have a picture of Doc Ock and stuff who Spider-Man's never met. I mean, in No Way Home, they make jokes about him being a character because they've never met him before. So how is it in the prequel? It's supposed to be, so I think it's a different universe that they'll tie in somehow to
Fair.
something. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, so I think that's all the animated shows that were announced. It's just those four.
Mm. Let's move
but
on
yeah,
to
now we
Wakanda
can talk-
forever.
Yeah, now we can talk Black Panther, which
All right,
I'll start.
Can I
I'll
go
start right off the
rip?
bat. I think that was one of the best comic book trailers I've seen.
Yeah, and
I'm
they said it
gonna-
was the most viewed trailer out of all MCU movies.
I'm gonna
That makes
follow up
sense.
because I finally just watched the full thing. I only watched a minute at work when it first came out. I just watched the full thing before this. I literally, if you guys were on cam, I would have shed a tear when they cut to his picture on the wall, like how they did for Iron Man and the new Spider-Man. Like,
Mhm.
oh my god! And
Yeah.
I'm glad that they went the route that he died, instead of like trying to do some bullshit where he's in it. They CGI in Chadwick Boseman. Like, no, they just like, okay, in this time he passed away. Like, okay, perfect. Now we
Yeah.
could
So
like not move on, but more so honor him and not like put him in a scene where he like didn't approve or anything like that. And I
Yeah.
thought that was really well put together.
Well, I was reading that they don't like. Who knows how the plot, like the storyline, is going to go with him dying? They could. Hopefully, they don't even show how he died. They just show it from the start. Like they don't explain anything. You just
Gone.
know that
Start it
he's
with the
dead.
funeral or something.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
obviously they're gonna do that, but they don't have to like, oh, he went here and he died by who so and so, or
Yeah.
like they kind
Well,
of just like
it was confirmed that like the suit that we saw was Chadwick Boseman's.
The gold
the
with
trailer.
the flick.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
his.
Oh,
I don't
so
know.
now they have. But I mean,
Did
that
they
was Shuri.
do
Shuri built that for him.
right?
Well, technically, we don't know who's in that
She
suit.
designed it. Yeah.
because they
so,
didn't.
know,
Did
but
they do
still.
any recording before he passed? Like they
No.
didn't, right?
No,
Yeah.
no.
Okay, so it's not even
They
like
didn't even finish writing it. Before
Yeah,
we're not gonna see
yeah.
him in the suit unless he's in like the ancestral plane.
Yeah, so
Like,
I heard
that's
in the
where she'll talk with
ancestral
him, and they'll have
plane
him
they'll
in there
have.
most likely.
I heard in the ancestral plane that the father will be there. That Shuri's going to go to the ancestral plane, and
Yeah.
the father will be there that died from Civil War, and
Yeah.
Killmonger will be there, and Killmonger will give her
T'Chaka.
advice. Yeah, and T'Challa will be in the Panther form, and he'll be up in the tree by himself to like salute.
ah,
That's what I've heard. So
Yeah.
dude.
I mean, they're for sure gonna show him.
I'm
We will see his
crying in that
face, and it's gonna be
movie
good.
for sure we're crying in this movie.
Yeah,
That's
they're
There's
gonna
gonna
show
no
him in
way.
the ancestral plane, and it's gonna be fucking
Yeah, it'll just be a single
Titanic, man.
Panther
It's
up in
gonna
a
be
tree, and you'll
That-
know.
bunch of
Smart.
grown ass men in the theater balling
Yeah,
their
you'll
eyes
know.
out.
That, and if we need that because losing Chadwick Boseman, I remember exactly where I
Yeah, it
was,
sucks.
and I happened to be with Spencer, and I looked up and I go, "Yo," and he goes, "What?" And I just tossed him my phone, and he literally looked up, and goes, "Bro, what the fuck is going on?"
Yeah.
And I was just like, "Dude, this doesn't feel real." And he's like, "That's insane." And
Yeah.
then he had pointed out at that point, because I'd watched 42 when I was super young. And he goes, "Yeah, dude, that's Jackie Robbins right there. That's like who we saw on the big screen." I was just like, "What?" Like, no, Chadwick Boseman was that guy, and he was the perfect fit for Black Panther. Like, I kind of
100%.
remember when he popped up in Civil War, it kind of felt like in that theater, because we all went together.
It's the
Well,
first
I
time
don't
we
know
saw
about
him.
all of us, but a lot of people didn't even know who Black Panther was, and I had only had reference of it because of fucking what was that game that came free with the Xbox 360? Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Like they referenced him in there, and I had like looked him up from there. But no, I'll never forget that in Civil War when he popped up for the first time, like how crazy that was, and then just like the role that he carried throughout. And it just kind of it sucks that they couldn't have done something sooner, but also I get it because Civil War was the perfect timing for him to pop up.
Oh yeah.
Well, you know this movie's gonna make crazy money too.
And
Oh,
well, it
without
doubt.
should,
Crazy
as it
money.
should.
Well, I mean, it's gonna
Yeah.
do. I just believe you got to think how hard it was for the director and the team. I mean, they
Yeah.
had an entire plot, and I don't even think that. I'm sure. I don't know if Ryan Ryan
Coogler?
Coogler.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if he. I think he had an interview saying that he didn't know that he was sick during all those movies. That he was
Yeah,
filming
like
and
writing
shooting all
this
that.
movie is literally the impossible. I
one
mean,
did.
Yeah,
dude.
and now they had to rewrite everything, refilm everything, reshoot it all, and now I mean, they can't do it any better. I mean,
Yeah.
I believe that obviously they have a good point, and it makes sense why everything was delayed. We didn't hear anything about it until just a week ago.
And that's fine with me, honestly,
Yeah.
because
I didn't even think it was gonna happen. I thought they were gonna cancel it entirely.
Well, I knew they wouldn't cancel it entirely, but
Well, I mean, you got to think of who they want to go with.
oh,
Everyone's
yeah,
saying
well,
that
100%.
Shuri's supposed to be the one, but I think
Mm-hmm.
that we're gonna see Shuri in a Black Panther suit, and she's gonna obviously take the reign of it. But
She's gonna be the Wakanda Iron Man. dog.
Nikita, that girl, his girlfriend or wife, whatever, is supposed to be a Black Panther too.
yeah, they showed her.
Mm.
They started with the trailer with
Pantheress.
her, and they could
Yeah.
have ended it with her. We
Yep,
don't know.
So
And two, I heard
It would be
another
dope
theory. I want to
seeing
hear your
both of
guys'
them.
thoughts on this.
Michael B.
So-
Jordan.
Yeah, apparently they might resurrect him from the ancestral plane like they did in Moon
Ooh,
Knight. In Moon
yeah.
Knight, he resurrected himself. So
Mhm.
we might be able to get Killmonger back. So I
Which
want to hear
would
you guys'
be
thoughts on
nuts.
that. Yeah, also too, I saw a thing because Riri Williams is in this, who's Ironheart,
Yeah,
And
it's
and there's
gonna
a
be
part in the
sick.
trailer where she's like dabbing up Shuri, and you could see Shuri's shoulders, and like the actress has gained more muscle. So people do think it's her. I still think it's kind of her in the end of the trailer, but who's to say that there's not
Yeah.
multiple Black Panthers? So
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
other thing
no,
too. Is
that-
I mean,
multiple.
Yeah.
they like to make it not as obvious, and I feel like it's very obvious that Shuri is, but obviously they don't even show it, so it could be anyone, man. It's so
No,
dope.
this trailer did a good job of
Yeah, it's everything you
showing
needed.
us
It's just a good
nothing.
teaser.
but
Giving us a
You-
little.
a little, and you immediately feel
Yep.
the
Yep.
emotional
'Cause it
impact.
I was
doesn't even
gonna
look
say,
like-
but what
right
it
away.
gave us was an emotional aspect
Yeah.
of goddamn Chadwick Boseman is gone.
And it doesn't even look
But
like
they're gonna
Namor's like
carry
that. Like,
on
what did he
his
do wrong?
legacy.
You know, like it doesn't show anything like any origin of that. Like they just show him being born and he's like the king of Atlantis and all that.
Right.
And we see
Other
Wakanda
than
get
that.
flooded too.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
And then
Black Panther
the
movie, the first one
military
was
was
great,
rushing
dude.
in,
They got a
dude.
good ass cast in that.
yeah.
Did the
Well, too-
military find Wakanda? Is that what we're thinking that clip was?
I don't know. Yeah, it looked like some lab that was testing on, or maybe they're going there for
like in the
vibranium to
ocean.
take vibranium
Yeah, but
away.
they make it public Wakanda
Yeah.
at the end of the first
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
anyway,
it's public
right?
after Black
yeah.
Panther 1.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
so I saw a
Remember they
thing
pull
where
up in Compton with the, or was it Compton or was it Brooklyn?
Yeah, they buy a building and he's like,
Yeah,
this
no, they by
I
the
think
building.
I
they
think it
pull
was
up in a
Brooklyn.
spaceship.
It looked like it was New York.
Yeah, it was New
Yeah.
York. They buy a whole ass building, fly a spaceship, and all the kids are looking at it.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
so there's a thing where there's a part in the trailer where the mom, who's an amazing actress, is like in front of the UN or whatever, and she's saying her whole family's gone. People think right then and there they shut down Wakanda from the world, but I don't know. Also, there's rumors too that Doctor Doom could be in this movie.
Yeah,
There is
so-
a thing in the comics, I guess, where Doctor
I
Doom goes and
doubt
tries to he goes to Atlantis to steal vibranium, and
Mm.
he ends up pinning it on Wakanda. So he starts the war between Wakanda and Atlantis, and then he's like completely out of it. But he starts the war. So people think maybe in the first 5 minutes he could be in the movie, just cause some chaos, cause the
Mm.
war, and then leave. I don't know.
I don't think so. I think if anything,
way
it's going to
too
be an
much.
end credit scene.
Yeah.
If they're going to do anything with Doctor Doom, it's going to be end credit scene because one, that is so far in advance.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
it's
That's a
tough
li-
for
that's a
them to
little
do
too
that.
much.
And that's us getting our expectations up too. We're gonna go
Yeah.
in like we do for every other movie. We're gonna expect to see Doctor Doom, and you're not gonna see him. And everyone's gonna be pissed off.
Yeah, and two, we'll probably see an Iron Man suit from Riri Williams too.
Yeah,
the
that's sweet.
Ironheart
You can
suit.
see her
Oh,
creating
Vibranium.
like you can see her
Set up
making
for a
it.
series.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see
Yeah.
that too.
Well,
I'm excited for
bro,
that. I didn't know that they were
realistically,
tied in.
she's fucking smarter than Tony and Bruce Banner.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm excited. I hope they go off that. Side
Yeah,
note,
this could be creepy.
who was the character in real life actress that was like anti-COVID fumbling the bag?
It was Shuri.
Yeah, sure.
It was Shuri.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
So
like, what's her
I'm
name?
glad,
Letitia,
Letitia
right?
Wright. Yeah,
I'm
it's Letitia.
glad.
right?
I'm
Yeah.
glad they didn't crop her out 'cause she's a great actress. That was ignorant,
Should
especially
have
at
put
the
a mask
time.
on her in the trailer.
Dude, and the fact that we have blue people who are in the water
Yeah, look
a
like
month before we
Avatar.
get Avatar is really funny.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fuck
that's super
Avatar, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not.
All right.
Yeah, we're
side
going to
note,
see
while
that.
we're still on Black Panther, I will
Go
say
on
that
to-
was 100% the best episode of What If. Was the episode where they abduct T'Challa instead of Peter, right? Is that Star-Lord's real name? What the fuck is it?
T'Challa.
T'Challa.
T'Challa. Sorry, T'Challa. But instead of abducting Star-Lord, they abduct him. And I thought that was fucking great.
I like the Doctor Strange one a lot.
The Doctor Strange one was good. Don't get me wrong, but I think the Black Panther one, especially because that was Chadwick Boseman's last, like they actually had him voice it before he passed and all that.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why I hold it so highly. But
Yeah.
no, that was like one of my, well, honestly, not one of the best one out
Yeah.
of that.
Well, you guys ready to talk Phase 5 then?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
let
Phase
me-
5,
I got
baby.
2 thoughts for Black Panther really quick. 2 things that
Okay.
I really want to see. A good tribute to Chadwick Boseman. I think that's honestly probably the biggest priority of this movie for me. And then the second thing, I don't want them to kill off Namor. I want them to keep him in the MCU. He is way too important of a villain to just do one movie with that.
I think in
I'm
the
gonna-
comics too, he's like an anti-hero, so they for sure should keep him. For sure.
Yeah.
No, but it just sucks because
wish they would've kept
they
Killmonger.
kill him off. Yeah, they
I
kill off
hate when they kill-
Killmonger. They kill
yeah, I
off
hate when they kill the
Gore.
They
Like
do that
all
every
that.
movie.
Is
Though,
it-
man.
Hey,
we're
you know
gonna
what's cool
see
though?
him
They can
die.
kill Kang a bunch of times.
Yeah, no,
That's
that's what
true.
they're saving it for.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna
Pretty
piggyback
sucked.
off.
We
Mike.
only met Kang once, and he already died. So
Yep.
now he's got a whole ass Avengers movie. So
Named after him.
I'm gonna
Jeez.
piggyback off Mike real quick. When it comes to a trivia Chadwick Boseman, they could do something that's not even like technically the MCU. If they just gave us behind the scene footage of that motherfucker laughing and like having a good time, I will cry. I will cry like a baby.
yeah.
If they hit me with that at the end, like even at the beginning.
No,
you know
they're
damn
gonna
well
they're gonna open
start,
it up saying
They're
rest
gonna
in peace.
start, yeah. They're
Chadwick
gonna say
Boseman, and it's
in
gonna be
honor of
fucking
Chadwick
waterworks.
Boseman. I'm be like, fuck,
Yeah.
and then they're gonna cut. Hopefully, well, not hopefully.
So
Sad, but to the funeral, I'm assuming will be the opening scene.
Yeah, so Chadwick Boseman died, and the lady that plays
Yeah, the
like
the older lady.
his grandmother,
Yeah,
Mhm.
and she's in
she's
this
dead as
film
well.
too.
Yeah, she filmed her stuff and then she died at like 92
They
or
should do
94.
yeah,
Rest
they
in
should do
peace
the
to that
Marvel.
queen.
They should
Yeah.
do the Marvel logo and just do a bunch of like
Oh, it's gonna be
pictures of
straight
them.
Black Panther. It's gonna be all Chadwick Boseman,
Yeah,
just
all
the
him.
roll
Yeah.
credits.
Or from all his roles would be cool too, like him as Jackie Robinson
be
and everything.
dope.
That'd be so sweet if they could do that. I don't know, but
Even at the I've noticed at the Marvel Studios thing when it shows the logo, the last animation piece is actually him hitting the ground. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, I'm sure it'll say
Rest
like
in
for
peace to
Chadwick in
that
it and
king,
stuff.
dude. That
Yeah.
that
Fucking
was
crying.
so that's one of the saddest like celebrity deaths that like actually struck like a chord where I was like, oh fuck, like he's
Yeah.
gone. We're not gonna be able to see him, not even in Marvel universe, like outside of that, any other film that he could have been in, we're not gonna see him anymore. And that's just sad because that dude is one hell of an actor.
Yep.
Yeah. And then to the song in the trailer, perfect.
Yep.
Kendrick
yeah.
Lamar like
The
that.
Thames on it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
be all right. Like it's
Mhm.
perfect. And two, I think like that was a big song for the Black Lives Matter movement. Was like that Kendrick song. So like
Well,
it's
that
perfect
whole
to tie
They
album
in.
had
was huge
The
for
whole
it.
album,
the
Yeah,
original
so-
song is Thames covering Bob Marley.
Yeah, Bob Marley.
So,
Yeah, and
Mhm.
then it leads into Kendrick's song.
Oh, yeah.
It's perfect. So I really
Oh, yeah.
hope, and I think he will. I hope he does a soundtrack for the second movie too, because that Black Panther has
That
one of the
was
best
so
soundtracks.
good.
It's so good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
still go
good.
back and listen to it all the time.
Oh,
Well,
100%. What is
Yeah.
it? Is it Paramedic or is it
Paramedic.
Pandemic? Yeah, Paramedic with SOB is
Yeah.
one of the hardest songs ever.
Yeah. But let's get
All
into
right,
phase
They got
5.
Power
Yeah.
Girl with Sway Lee and what is it, Khalid?
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah.
Think of that song
great
too.
ass song. But yeah, so that ends phase 4. So Black Panther's the last, and I think we thought we were like halfway through phase 4. So I'm happy it's kind of over. Not that
Honestly.
these really matter, I guess, but yeah, to start off is Quantum Mania, and I will say, because they did show some footage of it.
That's
Apparently,
Ant-Man, right?
yeah, Ant-Man. So
Okay.
and Kang is in it. They showed a picture of
Hey.
Kang, a version of Kang. And Bill Murray's in it.
Mhm.
They showed a picture of him.
And he's not
Yeah.
Modak.
Yeah, apparently he's someone in the Quantum Verse or whatever. So
Quantum Realm.
yeah, Quantum Realm, and then MODOK is in it also, which apparently
it's
someone.
MODOK.
Yeah, I saw a theory that like.
They showed a picture of him, I guess.
Yeah, I guess the
But they showed
villain
a
from.
still like I don't know. They showed him in the little teaser that they showed whoever was there.
Yeah, I guess Yellow Jacket, because Yellow Jacket technically didn't die from the first Ant-Man. He got shrunk down to the Quantum Verse.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
made MODOK or something like that. Apparently, it's
Hmm.
a theory. Now, I will say, apparently, if you can search it on Reddit. It's not that hard to find. The entire script for this movie's been leaked.
Oh,
Jeez.
It's
wow.
easy to find out how this movie ends.
I don't
You
want
know-
to know any of
It's-
that.
No, I don't wanna know
know
anything.
nothing. I know
Keep that
nothing, and I
fucking
wouldn't
thing
say
to
anything if I
yourself.
did.
That's what
But
you know what?
yeah,
I should have started the pod with this. I saw everything on Twitter and it was just the timelines and all the phases. The only thing that I watched was the Black Panther trailer. I saw the stills from She-Hulk, and I'm kind of hyped to watch that because again, it kind of seems like a Sonic situation where they showed the CGI for her and it looked like trash, and they did better, and I was happy about that. But everything else that they announced, I just know it from previous Marvel.
yeah,
And everything else, I'm trying to be just as surprised because you guys know we've been going to the movies together for years. I watched that first trailer. I don't watch anything after that. Would like
Yeah, I've
it's
started
a
doing that
week
too.
or two prior. I mute all the words on my Twitter. I don't really go on Instagram because I want no spoilers. I just want to roll into this fresh.
I think for me the biggest
I don't
thing
see any
going-
spoilers, luckily.
The
Go ahead.
biggest thing for me going into phase 5 and 6 is to not have those expectations that I had for phase 4, honestly.
I think
I
it fucked
felt-
us up 100%.
Yeah, I was disappointed.
100% it fucked us up.
But also, you got to remember that we're coming off the high of fucking Endgame. and
No,
Infinity
so you got to
War,
think that,
like-
yeah, that is true, but you got to think phase 4 in its entirety is all story building, and that's what they
Yeah.
said. So come Ant-Man and Quantumania, shit's hitting the fan, dude. It's going to be so good.
Do you
Yeah.
think
Every single one of
another
these is
big
gonna
thing
set up
was
for-
like how many shows they pushed? Do you think that we expected? Because I know for a fact, like Hawkeye, I expected to see Spider-Man swinging over after we went and saw Spider-Man in that last
Yeah.
episode.
I thought we were gonna see that too, man.
I think we had too much hope that they were gonna tie in this like all of these shows that they made to the movies, and I think that kind of fucked us up. And then
Yeah.
again, when it comes to like cameos and stuff like that, I think it fucked us up.
Well, phase 4, people's problems were like there wasn't enough connection between each movie or project or whatever.
Right.
This phase, everything's gonna tie in.
Yeah.
I really do believe it. I
And
mean,
that's why now, like what Aiden just said, that's
Yeah.
why I 100% agree. It's all
Yeah.
storytelling, and that's cool. I will say again, in the
Yeah.
end, not even cameos, not even Bill Multiverse of Madness was a little disappointing. Still a good movie, but it was a little disappointing, and that's just because the first Doctor Strange really didn't have tie-in. It was just a Doctor Strange movie, and it was badass.
It was just an origin
Aiden-
movie, which was nice.
Aiden brought up a good point to me earlier. Like you got to compare like phase 4 to like phase 1. Phase
True.
1 really wasn't that good, and like it was good, but like it wasn't like a knock your socks off type deal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's
that's
pretty
fair.
comparable to phase 4, honestly.
yeah. Well, do you
Honestly,
guys?
No,
What's up,
I'm
Mike?
super excited for phase 5. I think
Me too.
if there's
Me too.
anything
And I think I'm
that-
gonna start strong too.
if
Oh,
there's anything that I'm
100%.
looking at for what I want to see, it's the new Daredevil series.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
So
we'll
you're
get to
gonna
that.
think
Let's-
it's 18 episodes,
Episodes.
and they're
Yeah.
gonna drop them weekly.
Yeah.
All right, let's
So
not.
that's gonna be
let's
go
not get ahead of
crazy.
ourselves.
Yeah.
Let's
Let's-
not.
yeah.
Well, also,
All right.
Let's
side
talk-
note,
let's
please,
talk
please
secret-
don't spoil season 3 of Daredevil because I haven't watched it yet.
No, we won't. Let's
I
talk.
tried to catch up pre Spider-Man when we figured out that he might be in it. I started catching up, but
Yeah.
that was like 4 days prior, so I could only bust season 2 out, which
No,
was
3's
phenomenal.
solid.
But
Yeah,
I
3's
didn't see
solid, too.
3 yet.
But let's talk Secret Invasions.
Secret Invasions. What do we know?
Samuel L.
Nothing.
Jackson's in it. Kobe Smulders in it. Ben Mendelsohn, Amelia Clark, Don Cheadle, Martin Freeman. I mean, the cast is insane.
Martin
This has to be one-
Freeman,
yeah,
goat
this has-
of the MCU.
and he's in Black Panther too. As we
I
saw,
saw
in the trailer.
that.
Yep.
Uh,
Secret Invasion is gonna be sweet because I mean, what movie was it where we showed? They showed him. It was Spider-Man. No Way Home.
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah, and that's when we saw that. Fuck, I always forget her name, man. Nick Fury and
Dude,
what's the other
Shooter
girl?
McGavin himself is in this show too.
Oh, you're talking about Robin from How I Met Your Mother.
Yep, yeah.
What is her name?
I always forget her name, man. She's a goat, but
Kobe
No,
Smulders.
she's
just-
fucking great. She was
Kobe
holding her
Smulders.
own in all the fucking
Yeah.
Maria Hill.
the
Maria
first,
Hill. There you go.
the first
Yeah.
Avengers, bro.
We
She
just
was
see
going
that they're
crazy.
scrolls, and that's it.
Yeah.
And Nick Fury's been up in space or on a different universe,
Off
different
planet.
planet for who knows how long.
Dude's just
no one
chilling on the
knows.
beach.
So that's gonna
telling
be
you, Nick
huge because that's like
Fury
a fresh
died.
story right there.
Yeah.
It's gonna come out in one of these. Nick Fury's
But
dead.
then, but no, it could be a possibility. But you got to think your favorite character in the MCU, Tony Stark, could have been a Skrull the entire time, and we have no idea. That's
Yep.
when shit's gonna go insane because it's gonna be random people that we like see in all these movies. Your
Or
favorite
dude, maybe
character's gonna be a
Civil
Skrull.
War at one point. Maybe Hawkeye was a scroll for some of
Yeah.
it, or like you never know.
Mm-mm.
So I'm
So
super
it's
excited
gonna
for that
honestly, I think that's gonna change. That's gonna be the most changing series.
Show?
I mean,
Yeah,
show
series,
in the
yeah.
entire Phase 5.
Yeah.
Gonna be a lot of shit.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that one.
I'm a scroll.
Yeah, you
never
are.
know. We're gonna get out of that. We're gonna finish the show. We're gonna be looking in the mirror. Who are you?
All right, so Guardians of the Galaxy 3. All I've heard about it is this is the end for the Guardians. And apparently I just heard this today. James Gunn has filmed a death for almost every single Guardian just in case to avoid spoilers. So you don't know, you'll see like
Wow.
Star-Lord
That's
dies,
like when
but
they
it's
used.
fake.
That's
Yeah,
when they
he-
used
they-
to give Tom Holland the fake scripts because they knew
Yeah,
his
those
ass
three-
would slip.
Yeah, so at the end of Endgame they did like 3 different endings. And they
Fuck.
did that for this. Yeah, so he said I went and recorded a death for almost all the main characters just in case it leaks, so you
He's
won't
gonna
know who
tro-
actually dies.
That's him foreshadowing. He's trolling us. They're all about to die. He's gonna give.
They might.
If
every
they
single.
all die though, and that's the end of the Guardians, they better do it in a great way.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
the
it
only
doesn't
way I'll
matter. That'd
allow
be
it.
sweet.
Yeah.
But
They
I'm pretty
lost
sure that he
Gamora.
came out and said like, "Oh no, it's a good send off."
Yeah.
I don't know, but then they got Adam Warlock who they're introducing, and like
Maybe-
they can't
maybe
kill
Rocket.
him off.
Yeah.
You know?
If I had to guess, it'd be Rocket, honestly.
Yeah. What, to die or to stay?
To die.
To die?
See, I think
almost feel like
Rocket
they would
lives.
kill the whole team, and Rocket lives. And Rocket
I think
tells the
Rocket-
tale.
That would make
I think
sense.
that
Rocket will run
character
his own.
costs
Yeah,
a lot
well,
less.
especially because Rocket would essentially do what what's his name did in Thor. Why am I blanking on his name?
Korg.
Yeah, Korg. He would essentially just do what Korg did And again, he's way cheaper to do that.
What's
Yeah.
the character that they introduced? The guy from Peacemaker plays him, the villain or whatever they call him.
Oh, the villain of this movie?
Yeah, he's got a name. I was trying to tell Mike earlier, but I can't.
The actor's
think of it
name,
off the
or
top of my head. No, I know the actor's name. It's just
Oh, John
the
Cena.
character that he plays.
let me see. Hold on.
He's in Guardians 3. You just can't see him.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Mike.
He's there in spirit.
Oh, the High Evolutionary.
High evolutionary.
Yeah,
what
so
it is,
he's what
yeah.
makes. So is Rocket from Earth then? Because like the baby Rocket thing from the trailer thing that they showed that someone recorded,
Who
looks like
knows?
he's from Earth. So I don't know. So
Yeah.
I
I
assume he
just know
probably
that
is.
the synopsis of that movie is that the High Evolutionary is like, I mean, obviously he was in full costume at Comic-Con, and he was talking about how he'll rip your arm off and give you a bionic arm. Like he just does like all kind of I don't know what they call it, surgeries, mutations, stuff like that, to
Yeah.
make you like the supreme you,
Yeah.
like a cosmetic guy, you know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's kind of like cyberpunk-ish. So he's gonna be like he's the one that obviously created Rocket Raccoon. So we're gonna see the origin of that, which is gonna be sweet.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I guess they have they confirmed, what is it, Pluto the space dog or Fido? What's the
Yeah,
dog's
it's
name?
played by
Yeah, it's a woman.
Oh,
it's
I got that
Cosmo.
shit on my poster.
Cosmo,
my
Cosmo.
Marvel poster up there.
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Cosmo the space dog. They just
Yeah.
hinted at him. He was like an Easter egg in, what was it, Guardians 1 or 2?
Yeah, but a woman's
Now they're
playing him,
gonna-
right?
Give us another
Maria
Howard Duck.
Bakalova.
Yep.
Bakalova.
Yep. She's a good
So-
actress.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess she's got enough screen time for who knows what, because I guess like it's trying to introduce more Rockets, you know, like animals that have been in the same boat as Rocket, and he's gonna like find his home or whatever, stuff like
Well, then
that.
too, we're also getting the holiday special.
Yeah, that should be
Guardians
I'm
cool.
Holiday
hyped for
special.
that. Is
Yeah.
that animated or is that
No,
Oh,
I don't
live
think
I
so.
think it's a live action.
Live action.
nice?
So
Nice.
yeah, so I'm.
So
really
I mean, if
excited
that
for
comes
too.
out after what's it called, then they still gotta be alive. So there you go,
Yeah.
right?
Well, no. That comes
Well-
out this Christmas.
Yeah, I
but
was gonna
this-
say.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, it's supposed to be this
Yeah,
holidays,
you're
so
right.
it's before Guardians. So I assume it's right after they leave Thor or something.
Yeah.
But
No, I'm excited
um,
for Guardians though, man. It's gonna be movie of the
yeah,
year.
I think it's gonna be sad. Now this one, I
Movie of the
think-
year over Blade. We haven't talked
No, I
about
think
Blade
No,
yet.
I don't know, man. Blake could be the best movie ever. It could be the
All right, hang on,
shittiest
hang on.
movie
We
ever,
got
dude.
other movies to talk
Yeah,
about.
I
but
mean,
yeah.
Let's go
but
with
out,
Echo.
out of all
Talk
the
about
movies
Echo.
next year, I think
Talk
this
about
one carries
Echo.
the most weight for me.
True.
Because we've been following these characters since 2014. So
Yeah.
That's
Definitely.
fair.
so,
And again, you got to remember, Guardians of the Galaxy was one that blindsided a ton of us that were just casual viewers, non-comic readers. When they came in, we
It
heard
was the
about it. We're like, what the hell is
best.
this going to be? It came out, and I know for a fact, I didn't see it in theaters, but I remember sitting on my couch watching it. And instead of just a casual view, I'm at the edge of my seat like, this is a fucking great movie.
That's honestly the best like trilogy, I guess you could say, that we've gotten in a long time.
mhm.
Yeah.
It's just it was fresh, like you said. I didn't read the comics. I didn't know anything about them.
Nothing. No
Fresh
background.
watch, so good, man. You
Yes.
can't beat it. It's
And
gonna be the
then-
hardest knowing
And
that that's
the
last one.
soundtrack also, the
Yeah,
way
it's
that they
so
need
good.
to one up each other, because 2 barely beat 1, but it was close.
Yeah. Well,
So
you guys
I'm
want to talk
amped.
Echo?
Yeah. So what is Echo? What do we know about it?
She was in Hawkeye. And so I think Wilson Fisk is supposed to be in it. Vincent D'Onofrio is supposed to be in it, and then
Does that mean
Daredevil's supposed to show up. Yeah,
Eh,
he's supposed to
okay.
show
All
up.
right. All right.
Dude, Daredevil's getting so much screen time, man.
And then
It's gonna
I
be
think
insane.
Elektra's in it too. I want to say.
Nice.
I'm not sure. I don't
Jamie
wanna say that-
Foxx, Electro?
No, Elektra.
Oh.
Sure.
Oh. Never
Yeah.
mind.
So
Andrew, what happened to our?
Sorry about
What
that.
the fuck, Brian? What?
Hey. Hey.
What?
Hey.
I don't know. I don't have much to say about the show. I'm not really that excited.
No, I
for it,
don't.
honestly,
I'm
so-
that's one that I'm not excited for. I'm sure it's gonna be good. It's gonna tie in because her part in what was it?
See, I didn't even know it was a show. I
Oh,
thought it was
Hawkeye.
a movie.
It was in
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
a
no,
good
it's a
new
show.
introduction for a character, but I mean, I don't know if she's like anti-hero. I don't think
not a
she's
new
a
introduction,
villain. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
That's
then there's
one that I'm not
Loki
too
season
excited for.
2.
Loki season 2.
Now
give it
that
to
I'm
me now,
excited
man.
for.
That'll be
I
Yeah,
am
that
hyped,
they're
man.
filming it right
Fucking mint.
now. So
Apparently, there's a rumor that Thor might show up.
That'd
He
be cool.
should.
He
That could be
should,
that
man.
for
There's
sure.
That'd
no
be
reason-
dope. Because you got to think he was going like it
Brother.
obviously introduced the what was it called? Time What's the name of it?
Time something
TVA.
authority.
It announced, yeah,
Oh, the TVA.
Time variance
Yeah,
authority.
it gave us a background on
I think.
TVA. Now we just get to see a new TVA with King obviously taking over. So it's not going to do all that explaining and stuff. It's going to get right into it, which is
Yeah.
always good for a
No, it's
season
crazy
2.
in Phase 5 how many times we'll actually see Kang, isn't it?
Yeah, dude, he's in
And that's just
literally
Phase 5.
Almost
that's what
every
they're
movie,
saying.
though.
He's in
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Even if it's going to be a little cameo at the end too.
Yeah.
You guys gotta think though, that end of Loki season 1 was probably one of like the biggest moments in the MCU if you think
Yeah,
about
it
it.
changed the
Yeah.
MCU.
That show was the biggest thing in like the entire MCU.
Yeah.
When they just got the Infinity Stones as the paperweights and like,
Yeah.
wow, that entire 32 movies meant nothing. And now they're just like, they don't give a shit. And they would do that because they're as confident in themselves with Phase 5 and Phase 6.
I
Yeah.
will say that was
It'll
one
be
of my
insane.
favorite parts about Loki was when Loki came to his senses and was just like, I'm at one of the most high power being places I can be when he found those paperweights that we know are as
Yep.
Infinity Stones.
Infinity Stones.
Oh my
It
god,
feeds
that
his
was
ego
amazing.
too, man. Because now he's probably season 2 is gonna be him trying to take over, you know?
Yeah.
Think so?
'Cause he's always power hungry.
Might, yeah.
I don't know. I think this might be if Loki ever comes back, he's just leveled now.
It
Yeah.
could be. It could be
Good guy.
both. But then he can
I
just
don't
flip
think
like
he'll be
that.
doing tricks. Well, if he's going to be doing tricks, he's not going to be doing it to like his own brother.
Yeah, he'll be like more of an
Yeah.
anti-hero. Kinda.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'd be okay with that because Loki was one, unlike other ones, of where the hero becomes like, or the villain becomes the hero. Like that's one that kind of deserves it.
Did you guys
Yeah.
see the poster for
Definitely.
Loki season 2? He's like in cuffs
Yeah.
with the 2 behind him. So that means
Yeah.
obviously he got
I didn't see it.
captured again. No, it's badass. It's like a mugshot.
Yeah, I think they captured him probably right off the bat. Like that's how
Yep.
it'll start again.
Do you think
So-
it's Owen Wilson that doesn't know that they were friends, like a different Owen Wilson? That
Yeah,
like,
they
that'd
won't
be
know.
sweet seeing him again, but he's busy right
gotta
now, man.
rewatch
He's
that,
filming
honestly.
Wedding Crashers too.
No, he's in it. There's leaked pictures.
Hey, quick plug, check the Twitter.
Yeah.
Aiden was out there with Jude Apatow.
Yep.
Chud.
Chud.
Good. You know, this
I'll
is double
show
D,
my
go
boys,
either
man.
way.
They invited me to the set. Make a wish. I
Hey,
won the
back
Make a Wish
there.
contest. They let me. Let me
Oh, come on.
Okay. Josh, up next.
All right. Yep. After that, let's move to the Marvels. Yeah, we already talked about Miss Marvel and everything. So I mean, it'll probably start right where the show ended, probably.
Who's the Maria Rambeau? Supposed to be the third one, right?
Yeah, and she's actually
Yeah.
a big part in this movie. I've heard.
Yeah.
Like she is like kind of the main one, pretty much. So
Good, because
Have
we
we
haven't really
heard
seen much about her
about
besides
a
her
plot or
dying
anything?
and
yeah,
Doctor
like Captain
Strange.
Marvel. I mean, this is still Captain Marvel's movie, like Carol Danvers, I guess, but like she's a huge part of it, I guess. So, and then too, I liked Captain Marvel's haircut and Miss Marvel. I'll say that I think it's better than what they try to do in Endgame. So the Endgame one was
She looked good.
yeah. So, I don't know. I don't have much to say about that. I heard it's a pretty like goofy movie, kind of funny.
I love the Goofy movie.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because Kamala Khan. Like if you watch Miss Marvel, it's all comedy.
Yeah, and I'm sure her family will be in it at the beginning too. So like
Yeah.
they're pretty funny.
Mhm.
So like the dad's really funny. So
Dude,
Um,
there are gonna be some people that are gonna fucking shit on this movie too.
yeah, yeah.
I'll say it right now.
So I'm
I
surprised
might
it's a
be
movie.
one of them.
I'm gonna probably be with Ryan.
I don't think it could be as bad as
Mm,
Captain Marvel, the first one.
All right.
I don't know, man. It could be
Ah.
pretty good. Because you
Well,
got to
'cause I
think it's
like-
going to tie in right after Secret Invasion too. So whatever happens in Secret Invasion, because they're all going to be up in space eventually, I think.
Yeah.
And
But I like the
it's just gonna
Rambo
pick up
character, and I
off
like
where it
Miss
left off.
Marvel, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But all right, let's
Well,
talk Blade.
Let's get into the
Blade,
big one.
Yeah, Blade comes out. It got a release date November 3rd, 2023.
Let's fucking.
I wish-
go.
Shala Ali is Blade,
I wish
taking
it
over
would
the
have came
reins
out on
from Wesley
Halloween. though.
Snipes.
Wesley
That'd be-
Snipes literally giving this guy the green light to reprise the role.
Give him the
Amazing.
green light to the
Wesley-
MCU, man. We wouldn't get any of this. If
I was
it
gonna
wasn't for
say
Wesley
Wesley
Snipes.
Snipes single-handedly
Yeah.
made any of this possible.
Yep.
That
The
motherfucker
goat.
hopped into a movie and was just like, all right, let's do it. And he single-handedly saved comic book movies for the MCU as a whole. This movie, dude, I actually not just recently, but in the last like 6-7 months, watched the first Blade for the first time. So fucking dirty. I loved
Oh,
every
yeah.
second
Dude,
of
that
it.
opening scene is the best thing ever. I saw a TikTok the other day when you're at the afters and you start hearing this music and he looks around, you see Blade. It's like, oh god. It's like,
No,
yeah, get the fuck out of here.
and again, to reference that 90s Spider-Man animated show that I was talking about, one of my favorite arcs is when Blade shows up and then actually they're going after Morpheus. Morbius before, like, obviously what we see now, but Morbius was badass in that show. And he shows up, and then it's Spider-Man trying to battle Blade because he could save Dr. Morbius, but Blade knows he's a vampire, and that was just a great arc throughout that whole show. But then you see the live-action movie, and it's just like, holy fuck, Wesley Snipes is that dude, but also he is Blade.
Yeah.
Really off topic, really quick. I don't know if I got spoofed or what, but I seen a picture of a second Morbius movie. Is that actually true? Is that
No, man, they're not making that.
That was a
I was
meme,
like,
bro.
It's a meme.
Oh
Dude,
man.
Jared
time?
Leto himself posted a script of that's what it was. That's what you saw.
Yeah,
Jared
yeah.
Leto made a video and it was a script. It's Morbin time. And it was
No, it was-
Morbius 2,
like-
it's Morbin time. And he's like, like he was just making jokes about it. He knows.
I
he's
don't
in
know
on
what it was.
man.
It didn't say Morbin time, but I definitely got spoofed.
They re-released
Leto
Morbius because
know.
of all the memes thinking it would do numbers, and they like brought in what, like 2 mil, maybe.
It's bad, man.
That was
yeah.
funny as hell.
I'm pretty excited
Whatever.
about this movie. I wish they would have honestly, I wish it would have came out like a week or two earlier in Halloween, like October time. That would have been pretty cool.
So you guys think that we're gonna see Black Knight in it?
yeah, I think so.
100%.
Yep.
Yeah, which is gonna be
At least
sick.
maybe even an end credit scene, maybe, but he'll definitely be in it
Yeah.
for sure.
But I mean,
Okay,
if we
so wait.
hear what's his name talking to him, then he had to have been behind him. So
Yeah.
that Blade movie has to take off right where Eternals left off.
We think
Yeah.
because of the multiverse that Wesley Snipes might pop up.
No.
Maybe in Secret Wars.
Do you
Yeah,
think
he's
it'll
gonna
just
be
be
in
like a
Secret
little
Wars?
cameo? Do you think
No,
Wesley
he's gonna be in
Snipes will
there.
just be a
I
little
don't
cameo?
know.
Not in this movie.
I don't know. man.
No. But I got a question.
Oh, you
then.
said Wesley Snipes?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Where does Eternals fall and everything then? Because there hasn't been any.
Fuck Eternal.
Well, I'm serious though.
That's
No,
why
you're
I
right.
was just telling Mike earlier when we were eating. You're gonna think they have Thanos' brother, which is played by Harry Styles, and what is
Mhm.
it? Pip is the little troll that he's with.
Yeah.
Where are we gonna see that at? So,
Ryan.
and that's the other thing is like all these movies that they're announcing. It's good that we have release dates, but it's good that we get to just see what picks up after each one. You know what leads into the other one.
Yeah.
So that's the best part. That's what
Uh,
I'm most excited for in these Marvel movies. Yeah, the movies are good, but then you get the end credit scenes, and there you go. Now you're excited for the second or what's
Oh,
to
yeah.
come.
Yeah. No, I'm super excited for that.
And
And then
this
too, it'll
movie better
introduce
be-
vampires and shit into this world too. So
Yep.
Yeah, we're
Movie
gonna see Edward soon.
Better be rated R, man. If it's not rated R, then
Oh, I
people are
hope
gonna
so.
freak
They
out.
fucked us.
Yeah, they're gonna fuck us if they're giving us that Marvel Zombies mature audience. No.
I guarantee it's PG-13.
Dude, they need to stop. They need to fucking stop catering to younger people. I've said this before. We got into this shit when we were what?
Doesn't
Avengers
matter, man. If
came
it's
out
that
when
bad,
we
their
were
parents watch it and
12.
then they let their kids watch it.
Well,
It's not that
exactly. And that's
bad.
what I'm saying.
I
They
watched
need to
rated R
put
movies when I was young.
pussyfooting around it. All of us are grown now that have been there since day one. Do the fan service and fucking help us. Give us what we want to see. I don't need a watered down thing.
yeah.
I mean, you gotta have a rated R Blade, man.
You do.
I think
it
they're gonna
doesn't
announce that
work.
it's rated R, and people are gonna freak out, dude. Everyone's gonna go see it. It's gonna be so good.
Yeah, because that'd be the first rated R MCU movie.
Yep, 100%.
So, okay, now let's move on to Ironheart. I think this will take place after. I think they said after Black Panther 2. So, there's not much about this. I'm excited for it. I think it'll be cool. I think she's a cool character. So, we'll see though. I mean, I'm sure
Is
I'll like her a lot
Iron
in Black
Fist
Panther.
gonna pop up?
Hopefully not. So
Iron
yeah, so-
Fist is badass in that animated Drake Bell series. I will say that. The
Dude,
Iron Fist show
Iron
was
Fist,
bad.
Never name drop Drake Bell again ever on this podcast.
Yeah, no.
I'm only saying it because
This
is a-
this is an
Spider-Man
anti-Drake Bell
animated
podcast.
series.
I'm
you
gonna
don't even
bleep
like
him
him because
out.
his acting. Yeah, you like
we're
him because his
pro
personal life. and
Josh
shit.
Yeah.
Peck here.
Brian supports Drake Bell.
Pulling
So
up
Alright,
lean.
chill out.
There
You're the
reminds me of
wrong
the
guy.
superhero movie that he was
Brian's
in. What
on that
was
ship.
Dude,
alone.
Brian's
it?
leaning.
Hornet,
Yeah.
whatever.
Mike
Yeah.
was the one that fucking told me to watch the superhero movie. I was like, Mike, come on, it's got Drake Bell, and he's like, dude, I'm about to buy it on Amazon right now. And I was like, Mike,
I have it. I have it in my.
yes, he already owns it.
He's
He
got
loves
it
Drake
hung up on the
Bell.
wall.
But it was before the allegations and the.
Oh,
and
I thought it was after.
No.
What about the poster?
No, it was definitely after because we just did this last summer, dog.
What about the Drake and Josh poster?
Okay, that's a different story. But anyway,
Yeah,
I'm
he's got a
actually
cut out of
really-
Drake Bell in his closet.
All right, and
I
then
will
the next.
say this. I'm
Go ahead,
actually
Mike.
pretty intrigued by Ironheart. I'm not a
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
huge
it's gonna be
Iron
sweet.
Man guy, to be
Yeah.
honest with you, but for some reason this show intrigues me, so I'm excited for
Yeah,
that.
I'm excited for this
So
one.
This
I'm
it's supposed to
curious
be-
because she's supposed to be in an Iron Man costume, right?
Yep.
But
Yeah.
then
I
what
think we're
is
gonna see a suit in Black Panther.
what is Iron Lad? Iron Lad is supposed to be a Kang variant that who's a younger version of him in an Iron Man suit as well. So we're
Yep.
gonna see two, and we have Pepper Potts still. So technically,
Yeah, but I don't know
three.
if Iron Lad's
fine.
in
And
this.
Morgan?
I don't know if
She's
Iron Lad
fine,
will
come
show up
on.
in this.
No, he's supposed to be part of the Young Avengers though, and that's what they were
Yeah.
building for. I'm surprised, honestly,
Although
that they didn't announce
she could
Young
be in the Young
Avengers.
Avengers too, though.
Yeah,
I think
she
she's only
is.
15 or 14 or
Yeah,
something.
she's supposed
young.
to.
So, but yeah, I think is that everything for Ironheart? Is good
Yeah.
to move
Yeah.
on. Okay, so Agatha Coven of Chaos. It's now got a name change. What was it before? Harkness of House of Harkness.
House of Harkness.
Yeah, so they've changed it. So Covenant means witchcraft, right? And then Chaos is what Wanda is. So like, are they alluding to Wanda being in this? Do you
She's
think?
confirmed in it. She's confirmed.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say like
They're gonna
she's
show
totally
her,
gotta
right?
pop up.
Okay. Yeah, 'cause I
Hey.
was like, why change the title like that? So I like
got
this one more.
one word. I got one word.
Mm.
Mephisto.
You think so?
I was gonna say bad.
Mephisto.
Yeah, I was gonna say hot, but
I mean, yeah, yes.
But no, I read a little thing about this that it's supposed to show like the origins of chaos magic.
Yeah.
So,
See,
I
I don't
mean,
know
that
if
would
I'm
be
that
pretty
excited
cool.
for this one.
No,
Yeah, I don't care.
I'm
Compared to the
surprised
rest
when
of the
they
season.
announced
I
House
know
of
a-
Harkness. I
know
didn't
a
even know what
thing
they
or
were
two
doing.
about chaos magic from Skyrim.
Oh,
I don't know, but if I hear it was Agatha all along one more time in the MCU, I might put a gun to the side of my fucking head.
How lucky is it that Catherine Hahn literally did a Disney Plus show, one of the first ones ever made in the MCU, and now she's got an entire series spin-off of herself.
Yeah.
So that's sick.
She's a good actress.
I will
She's fun.
say
Oh, yeah,
this is
she's
one
great.
of my least hype, and that's solely because I thought WandaVision wasn't that good.
Ooh, that's a bad take. But anyway,
And when are we going
I'll-
to see White Vision? We going to see White Vision in this?
Oh, maybe.
That's a good
I didn't
point.
do
Yeah.
that.
Why can't he
Yeah.
just be Vision, bro?
Hey man, maybe my TV is fucked
All
up.
right.
it's a Daredevil.
Yeah, Daredevil Born Again is and is continuing from the original 3 seasons. of
You're not
Daredevil.
ready for the goddamn goat to come back.
Well, so like, okay, so 18 episodes in a season. I assume they're gonna still be like 50-minute episodes, right? Like they're not gonna do fucking 20-minute ones,
No,
right?
probably
So
30.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably 30.
you think 30?
Yeah,
I
20, 30.
guess maybe because like I'm just saying like going off from what the original 3 seasons were, it was like what, an hour-long episodes, and there's like 10 a season, I think. So 18 in one season's nuts. I mean, even if you did 30
Dude.
minutes, I feel like that's a lot, right?
Yep.
Still, that like, bro, those 3 seasons are some of the best TV I've ever.
It's so
fucking-
good. Yeah,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
great, dude.
It
Charlie
was
Cox.
gory too. That's the thing. So hopefully they bring
Yeah.
that back with this new series.
Well, and then what's that street level team? It's not Defenders, it's something else. But they're basically said he's gonna lead the street heroes. Like he's gonna be the leader of all the like ground based heroes.
Do you guys think
I
we
thought it
see
was him
Spider-Man in
him
a
and
show?
Spider-Man. Kevin Feige confirmed that like
Oh, Spider-Man would?
Spider-Man and Daredevil are going to be like
Okay.
leading.
Yeah, the
like,
leading.
the
Yeah,
street
because I
level.
heard Charlie Cox is gonna be, and then too, Charlie Cox is, I didn't mention it earlier, is doing the voice in the Spider-Man freshman year thing. So he's doing his voice in that, even though they don't
They make it
have Tom
confusing,
Holland doing
man.
it for some reason. Yeah, so yeah, he's gonna be in this a lot. I mean, like we said, he's gonna be an Echo. So I'm really excited, and She-Hulk
Charlie
too.
Cox is in his bag.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
you better
and he
get a
deserves
fucking
it.
bang, Charlie Cox.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean
I'm
he was
really
in
excited for
a
the show.
he was in a Hulk for when was season 3 of Daredevil?
2017.
20
18?
Yeah, I think it was even
17.
earlier than that.
Yeah. So and then to this, like we said earlier, this better be rated R. They better continue to leave
Yeah,
it the
MA.
way it was on Netflix.
Yep.
Yeah. TVMA.
I need to
yes.
see some Frank Castle, man. I don't know why that just reminded
Yeah,
me.
dude, I want
wish.
Punisher back too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be dope because you got to think that he could make an appearance in that.
I even like Jessica Jones too. I wouldn't mind seeing her back. I thought she was pretty good. I like that
Yeah.
actor too.
Is that worth the watch? I asked you way back in the
First
day,
season.
Josh, and you
First
said,
season.
"Fuck that, just watch the Daredevil seasons." And I was like,
Because
okay.
I knew you wouldn't. Yeah, I knew you wouldn't sit there and watch all 4 different shows. So I just wanted you to watch Daredevil so bad. I mean, none of them touched Daredevil. Daredevil's so good. But
All right.
Punisher's second, then I'd say Jessica Jones.
I was
third.
gonna say I've heard good things about the Punisher show. Still haven't watched that yet.
Yeah. Luke Cage season 1 was pretty good. Iron Fist is awful. I can't believe we got
Yep,
2 seasons.
yep.
So.
I heard that was
I
pretty
watched the
bad.
first season of Iron Fist. It wasn't the worst thing I've ever watched. but
It was hard, and then season 2, I don't even think I finished. I think I got halfway through it and I gave up. I really
I
did.
started the first episode, then I was like,
Yeah, it was
I'm
tough.
out.
Yeah. Well, back then too, you gotta think like we were so hungry for Marvel stuff. Now we're getting it constantly. But yeah, back then it was like you got 2 movies a year, so you kind of had to watch.
Yeah, now
Netflix
man, we're
stuff.
getting spoiled.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Are we though, or are we getting oversaturated?
We'll talk about that at the end.
Well, I mean, I'm just on Twitter today, man. People have been bitching about the VFX teams,
Yeah.
like how they're underpaid and they're overworked, which I mean, 100% makes sense. But
Well, so like
Um,
James Gunn when he showed Guardians of the Galaxy footage in Hall H,
yeah,
he came out and said straight up, he's like, listen, the reason we're not showing the trailer to the public yet is we want to, but the VFX just isn't done yet. So and that's a good reason.
He's
If
putting it on
leaks-
them like as if it's not him.
Well, like if it leaks and it looks bad and people are like the VFX looks shitty, then he's like, yeah, I told you so. Like that's why we didn't release it. So it was a good idea by him too to say that. So which is true. I mean, they fucking work till the minute this thing gets released, and then they're on to the next thing. So their
I
jobs
seen a
suck.
quote saying that like from like a VFX producer saying that like a good week for them was like 7 days, 64 hours.
Yeah.
Holy
That's
cow.
fucking insane,
That's
dude.
a good week, like a mediocre week.
You
is
know
like-
how anti-work
That's
we are
insane.
in this chat.
Yeah, they're the real heroes.
yeah,
of the
no, I'm
MCU,
excited.
but-
It's gonna be good. We're gonna see a lot of shit in Daredevil. It's gonna make up for everything that we've been missing out on.
I have high hopes. If they
Yeah.
fuck this up, I'm losing all hopes in Disney buying Marvel.
Wow.
But okay, let's talk
Captain
new Captain
America.
America, New World Order. With Sam Wilson as Captain America.
Ooh,
I think that'll be good.
I'm
gonna
Do
be
you
hyped.
guys
sweet.
think?
You gonna
I'm
see
hyped.
Bucky Barnes?
Do you guys
Yep.
think this movie will be
100%.
political?
Yeah, 100%. it will be.
100%.
Yeah.
Okay.
Every single Captain America movie is political.
Yeah.
Even the show
And it's-
was.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's good because it brings a twist from like modern day politics into MCU politics.
Yeah, and attention to it.
That's the
and everything.
closest they'll
Yeah.
get to the boys.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally. Maybe that's the boys TV show that we need.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe they just
Wait, is
the company
Captain
buys
America
them
gonna
out.
be a TV show? It's not going to be a movie.
It's a movie.
it's a
This is
movie,
All right,
actually.
go. All right, good.
See, but then what could the plot be? Who's
I
the
don't know.
villain? No one knows.
No,
I
knows
thought-
that. I don't
I
think.
thought Sharon Carter was
She's
gonna
supposed
be
to be
Power
in it.
broker.
Yeah, she was gonna be like some type of like,
But they're
Bad
still
guy.
friends. They're not. She's not like the
I don't know.
enemy.
but still, did you
Yeah.
the end of the first season of Falcon
Yeah.
and the Winter Soldier kind of hinted at that.
Yeah, and I wonder too if Bucky will be in this because I do believe
he most
he'll
likely-
be in our next movie, Thunderbolts, which got a release date July 26th, 2024, and it is the last movie in Phase 5.
Yeah.
And
What do
this
we
is
know
like
about
their take on
Thunderbolts?
Suicide Squad. Yeah, it's their take on Suicide Squad, basically.
Okay.
Yep. So it's the-
Elena will probably be in it. right?
R-rated, or are they going to mess it up?
Probably
no.
not.
So there's supposed to be like a team
Jeez.
of bad villains. So it is like Suicide Squad, like he said.
Yeah, and
but
Thunderbolt
they
Ross is
have-
the leader usually, right? And he's Red Hulk, but the actor's passed away. So, but yeah,
So I think we're gonna most likely see Wong in there. We're gonna
Okay.
see what is it, Yelena Belova?
Mhm.
We're gonna see her. We're gonna
Dude.
see the guy that plays what is it, John,
It's a U.S. agent.
U.S. agent. We're gonna
US
see
agent.
him. We're gonna
Yeah.
see Abomination 4,
Hmm
and then 5 would be probably Echo would be part of that.
yep.
Maybe.
You think we get a Red Hulk?
I don't know.
Maybe.
If
Any
they're doing
They
World
could
War
have his
Hulk.
son do it, right, or
If they're
something?
doing She-Hulk, maybe.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
feel like it might be too soon for a Red Hulk. I feel like Red Hulk wouldn't pop up until they could fucking get their shit
But
together.
Red Hulk is like the thing in Thunderbolts. Like that's I
I
don't
think
know.
they're just gonna swap
Yeah.
him out for Abomination though.
But
Yeah,
no,
maybe.
wait, hold up. Wasn't there a movie that got like thrown away, or like with Red Hulk in it?
No, it
Like-
was the original one. They were supposed to show Red Hulk, I believe.
Yeah, in the original Hulk.
Are you talking
was
like
like
the
a
OG one, or are we talking
deleted
about the
scene.
Norman?
No,
not
the
Norman,
Edward Norton one.
Edward Norton, yeah.
Edward Norton.
That's the one that they had like a
that's
deleted
not
scene
the
with Red
OG
Hulk.
one though. Well, I mean that's the one that kind of
That's what we mean in the
now.
MCU.
Oh,
Okay,
what's that guy's name? Fucking painted green.
okay.
They
I
call
was
you.
gonna say, I was gonna say they made a game off that motherfucker too. Edward Norton didn't even have a chance.
Yeah.
No, I'm excited
so
for
I'm pretty
Thunderbolts
excited
though,
about
man.
this. Yeah, me too. That's a
Thunderbolts
good
should
way
be
to
good,
end
and I'm surprised it's a movie. I originally thought it was gonna be a TV show, so I mean, I'd rather watch a movie over a TV show all day.
it. Yeah, me
Right.
too. Me too.
100%.
So
I think-
yeah, and
I
then that will
think-
close it out.
Phase 5.
Really
do you
quick
think,
though,
Mike?
I think Phase 5 will
Yeah.
tie a lot together compared to Phase 4.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think so too.
I hope so. I hope
Yeah.
so with the
Wait,
route that
It'll be
we've
more
been going
connected.
on.
Good storytelling now.
I think I seen a quote from Kevin Feige saying that like everything's been so connected throughout the first 3 phases that they wanted the 4th phase to kind of be different and
Yeah.
not be so connected. Actually, I think I actually seen like an actual quote from him, so
Really?
that kind of makes sense, I guess.
Yeah. And then too, I saw the quote about and we'll talk about it in a few minutes, obviously, but with the Jonathan Majors thing, like he said that there's no one more he trusts to put at the MCU on their shoulders
Saw
than him.
that.
And I totally agree. I mean,
Go, man.
he's in so
Great
many things too. So
Ooh, here we are.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
Let's
Isn't
get
that
into
beautiful?
it. Let's
Yep.
fucking
Phase
get into it.
Really,
The most
really quick.
important movie we've been hyped about, Secret Wars. Fuck it. Fantastic Four behind the MCU's hand. Thoughts? We've
Man.
all seen Fan Four Stick. Me and Josh, I know we went together to see it. We
Your
were
favorite movie,
laughing
right?
so hard that the family in front of us was like, "You guys are wild as hell," and they were cracking up at every joke that we made. We didn't
The
even think we were
Fox-
being that loud.
Yeah, it was
The
awful.
Fox Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Miles
yeah,
Teller.
Miles Teller.
Oh yeah,
Again,
I've seen
bless
that.
Miles Teller's heart. They should have done more for that young
Who else
man.
was in it? Michael B. Jordan was in it. Miles
yeah, Michael B.
Teller.
Jordan.
Who
I
played
couldn't
the
even
Thing?
name.
I
couldn't
could have
name-
fucking wrote a better movie than that. dog.
Yeah, exactly.
Mike, would you
That's
play
crazy.
the Thing?
I could maybe. I will
Well,
say
so-
once
When I get really
quick,
mad,
Go ahead,
once
Mike.
I
Go ahead.
seen-
Iron Man.
Once I seen the picture of Phase 6, I legit got a boner in my pants when I seen it.
I saw
Yeah.
the 4 and I absolutely ignored the other 2 at the end of the timeline. I was like, give me Fantastic Four, cast
Yeah.
it right, cast Doctor Doom right, and we'll have no problems.
Really quick
Yeah.
then, John K. Reed Richards still
No.
or no?
No.
I think so. I'm gonna go.
No.
I'm gonna say it right now. I think they keep him.
There is so many
No.
actors that I don't know
I think they
of
keep him.
that could come across and they could probably do a better Reed Richards. I think them doing Reed Richards was a fan service, and then Sam Raimi was like, "All right, we did the fan service. Fuck him, shredded him." Raimi. Sorry, I keep
You don't know
mispronouncing
authors.
stuff. I
Yeah,
don't.
you don't-
Andrew, I'm gonna
That's his name.
send you
I
something to
just
put up
read
on the
it
screen real
online.
quick.
Okay, throw it in Discord.
Yeah.
Well, and two-
let's just use this one as a
Yeah, so while you
anyone
guys
that's
do
watching
that,
on
let me
YouTube
read
right
it
now.
off. Yeah, so let me read it off real quick. So fall 2024, we don't know what that is. And then November 8th, 2024 is Fantastic Four. Then there's fall 2024, winter 2024, winter 2025, spring
just gonna send that
2025, another spring
Okay.
2025.
Yeah,
and
so
then
that's what
May
I'm pulling
2nd,
up I'm
2025.
pulling up a picture right now of that entire thing so we can all look at it.
Damn, Aiden
Yeah.
might have a kid by the time this movie comes out.
I might
Yeah,
have
May
one tomorrow.
2nd. So let's talk about that real quick. May 2nd, Avengers: The Kang Dynasty, and then
He's losing
summer.
legitimately.
Oh, very
There's
nice.
2 more projects in the summer, and then to end it off, to end Phase 6 is Avengers: Secret Wars.
Secret
there's
Wars
8
is hype, dude.
So there's 11 movies or projects, I'll say, in Phase
that.
6, and 8 of them are hidden still,
Yep.
right? So apparently in D23 in September, they're going to release what the other 8 projects are.
Are we gonna talk about it then?
Yes, we will. And apparently the announcements that they did for Comic-Con this past weekend do not even compare to the ones they're going to make
Yep.
for D23.
So
I'm very excited. So go
I'm
ahead.
gonna get in on this. I just sent you guys a tweet in our group chat, but a rumor that 20th Century Fox contractual obligations to actors in the X-Men franchise have carried
Yeah, I
over to
read that
Disney
earlier.
and are in effect until 2025. This means Marvel cannot recast or enter
Which
production on a
means-
film that includes roles held by some recent principal actors in the Fox X-Men franchise.
Which
So-
means when I read that, what that meant to me, my boy Hugh's coming back. baby!
Wolverine.
But couldn't
So,
they
I
use
mean-
those actors in Secret Wars?
Yeah, that's the thing, is that they can't have Secret Wars without the X-Men. So all those initial projects they have to be X-Men. But I
Dude,
think it
Hugh
could be
Jackman in it?
it
Like,
could be bullshit though. This entire tweet could be bullshit, but that's why
Yeah.
they're waiting till D23 so Kevin Feige can he's obviously going to go all out.
yeah.
And
Oh, this is
maybe it
cool.
is, maybe that is a thing, and then they're going to have to do something about it. But then if that's the case, then they're most likely going to have to delay pretty much everything,
Yeah.
which would really suck. So I doubt they would even announce those 2 Avengers movies without that being real.
Dude, and in the same year too. I mean, isn't that nuts?
Yeah.
6 months
Yeah, it's
apart?
hype,
Isn't that
dude.
crazy? Do you think it's
That
a
would be
little much?
I doubt
That
they
we
end up
get
doing
the
that.
first one
I
that you see
guarantee
in
they
this picture, and then we get 2 more, and then we get the last one.
No, they'll
Yeah.
I
push it back.
guarantee they delay one of them.
Yep,
To 2026?
without
Yeah.
a
Well, like
doubt.
Infinity War and Endgame had the year gap, and I liked that. I think 6
Yeah,
months
it
is kind of
builds the hype.
crazy. Yeah.
6 months is
so-
better than a year.
Well, for us, yeah, but I mean, like
Yeah,
just to
But
build hype,
them,
I feel like.
I know it sucks.
And
I
then
don't know.
two. Sorry, you go ahead, Mike.
No, I was gonna say with something like that, I want quality over quantity. I don't care if
Yeah.
it's 2 years in between those movies,
Yep.
as
Yeah.
long as they're good.
Yeah. And then two, the first. Okay, so they've called this now the Multiverse Saga, right? The Infinity Saga took 10 years. Took 10 years to end. This started in 2021 because of COVID. It's 4 years.
Yeah.
4 years. So it's like, do you guys think this is kind of rushed in a way? I mean, Phase 6 has 11 projects in it, like probably only half of them being movies, the other half being shows. Do you think it's too short of a phase? Like, do you guys think, or what? I mean, we are getting a lot more content, but it's like so quick. They're just like a year and a half is a phase, like, and now we're at the end. You know, it's like it almost feels like to me that Kevin Feige is just like, let's rush this second good phase, get the second batch of like really good stories out of the way, and then I can retire because I got all the good stories out of the way.
Yeah,
You know what I
I mean the
mean?
other
Like-
thing too is that they had you have to walk before you run. So
Yeah.
obviously they did all that. They did it slow, but they're getting used to it. You know, they're getting better at it as
Yeah.
it goes. The stories are being easier to write. They got more hands on the projects. So I don't know. I mean, I think that it's gonna be good. I think we're
Yeah,
gonna
because
have a good
I
ass
thought
time.
we were halfway through Phase 4. Honestly, I didn't think we'd get done with this like multiverse saga or this saga until like 2028 or something. Like I thought it was
Yeah.
way down the line. I mean, didn't you guys?
I
It's
did
crazy
too,
that
yeah.
in a couple years it'll be over. This saga.
It's crazy to think in a little over a year, we're gonna see Blade.
Yeah.
Like
Dude,
what the
Yeah.
That's literally I could take everything else, put it in the damn trash, and just give me Blade.
Yeah.
All right,
I'm
that's-
excited for that.
That's
man.
that's dumb to say.
No,
but we're-
if you watch the original 3 Blade movies, dude, even that first one alone is so good.
Yeah.
That's one thing. Like I said, if they fuck that up,
I don't
and
know,
then
it'll
be a good
two,
time.
apparently the Russo brothers came out and said that they aren't directing these two. So,
yeah. So they announced
Which
that the
sucks.
King Dynasty is directed by the same
Shang-Chi.
director as Shang-Chi. So do you guys think that that's good, or do you? I would much rather have the Russo brothers obviously
me
direct
too, but
it.
if they had to pick someone else, like the dude that's doing the fourth Captain America movie to come from Cloverfield Paradox, that scares me.
Yep.
Like
Yeah,
that,
but you
that
gotta
scares me.
think that Shang-Chi
So-
was successful, but that's that guy's first MCU movie that he's
Yeah, but the
directed.
combat, the
He's
comedy
got a lot of
landed.
time in
That shit was
between.
good,
Aiden.
man.
Yeah,
But
that
I
shit
know,
was
but the
good. That's
Russo
a good-ass
brothers
movie.
are doctored in, man. They're veterans.
Yeah,
they
but if they
know
can't
they
get
did-
them,
But
What
I
are you
mean,
supposed
that's
to
what I'm
do?
saying. I'm just
I
saying
will
they did
say-
such a good job with those movies. They know what people want. And then
Yeah.
if they don't have him do the second, if they don't have him do Secret Wars, it's gonna be like 2 different movies, you know?
Yeah.
I feel
But I
like they
will
gotta
say-
keep them.
They're probably biased with their storytelling, so it's
Yeah.
probably a good thing that they have more creators with their hands in the pot.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is one guy.
And then two, think if you're the Russo brothers, you're on top. You just did Infinity War and Endgame, and people love you, and people say you're like top 5 directors of all time. Why not just walk away from that and then just do your own movies like The Gray Man that they just directed? Like you can do movies like that instead. Why risk it
Yeah,
and roll the
it's true.
dice of fucking up Secret Wars and people hating you? People would hate them if they fucked up Secret
But
Wars.
that's the thing. I don't think you can fuck it up. Not even this
Yeah,
guy's gonna
you
fuck it
can.
up. No, they
They
can't.
can.
I
do
mean, look
that.
at
Fuck
Age
it
of
up.
Ultron. Look at Age of Ultron. That's
Hey!
kind of fucked.
I thought it was a
Hey!
good movie, man. I
No,
I
like
didn't
Age
think
of
it was that
Ultron.
good.
No,
I
no,
like Age
no
of
Ultron
Ultron.
slander,
No
man.
Ultron
Yeah.
slander. I was actually just telling a coworker today that I'm upset how much slander that goddamn
I like the
movie
character.
got.
I
I
just
don't know
didn't
how
like
people
the
call it a
movie.
bad movie, man. People say
They-
Iron Man 3 is the worst MCU movie of all time. That's probably one of my
Oh,
favorites.
that's one of my
That's one of my favorites.
I
dude.
watch it every Christmas.
Yeah. How are you gonna say Iron Man 3 is worse than Thor 1 or Thor 2? Come on.
Yeah.
Give me Thor 1, but that's just me.
Thor
But
2 was ass, bro.
I
was
do
ass,
Thor
yeah.
1
It
was
was
better
ass.
than 2.
I think we'll get at D23 in a couple months. I think one of these movies is Deadpool 3, right? I mean, that's fair to
Deadpool?
That'd
say.
be sick.
The Mutants, I heard it's going to be called instead of X-Men, the Mutants. I think that's
We're
cool.
going to D23, right? We got
Yeah,
that,
we're. I mean,
Oh,
yeah,
we
we're
actually
investors.
are-
Yeah, once
I was in
once
talks.
this
I was
pod
just on the
blows up.
phone. They said that our pastor should be here.
Guys,
in, like,
please
2
like and
weeks from now.
subscribe on YouTube. We're trying to get that money so we can give you better content.
Yeah.
This is for you guys,
Trust
not
me,
us.
hey, we'll get early screening. I'll for sure bring a secret camera. I'll
You just
give
gotta get us
I'll
there,
leak
fans.
everything.
That's on
Yeah.
I
you.
don't condone this.
Yeah. And then after that,
We're
Aiden
leaking
will never be
everything.
on this podcast again
Because I'll be dead.
Yeah.
Kevin Feige's knocking on
I'll be in
And
Kevin
so-
Feige's trunk of
guys.
his car.
But yeah, and
I'm
then too, there's got to be some shows in there, and I don't know what shows would be.
Moon Knight.
Uh,
Let's talk about it. Where the fuck was Moon Knight in this? I don't understand where the Moon Knight slander came from. I thought
I
it was
didn't
a
hear any
phenomenal
slander.
show.
I
don't
like Moon
it.
Knight.
Everyone shits on it. On Twitter, at least. That's where I
Nah,
see
you're
the
following
most.
the wrong people, man.
yeah, we all liked it.
It's not even following. It's the shit that pops up because I like so much MCU stuff that it'll come up as a topic of Marvel. Be like, we're all in agreement that Moon Knight sucked after episode 3. And it's like, no.
Agreed.
Fuck
I
you.
agree with that. I agree.
That's
with
one of the
that.
best
Fuck
TV shows that
you.
we got.
I'm one of those people.
Oh, fuck off. That show was good.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. I'm really excited for D23. I don't know. I assume there has to be some shows in Phase 6, so I don't know what will be announced, but
We'll see it when we're there.
I want
Yeah,
to
we'll
see
see
where
it when we're there.
Spider-Man falls in all this. 'Cause
yeah, I
he's
mean, there's got to be a
supposed to have
Spider-Man movie in here
trilogy.
too, right, Mike?
Yeah, but apparently he's signed on for a trilogy, not like one more trilogy.
Good, yeah, get him paid too. He needs a fat contract. He deserves it.
No, 100%.
And then Tobey Maguire and all them are gonna be in Secret Wars.
Oh, fuck off.
Hope
Don't you
so.
start getting my hopes up for a movie
That's
that's
what I'm
fucking
saying,
3
man.
years
Dude.
away.
I'm saying like Hugh Jackman's gonna be in it too.
Well,
as
Hugh
Logan.
Jackman
I'm
would
saying-
make sense if that contract thing is legit, then yes. Which also would mean if they push out Deadpool 3 in that time frame, they could cast Hugh Jackman and we
Yeah,
could
no,
finally
Deadpool
get
3 will be.
what we wanted to see. Because we almost got in Origins, and we all know how Origins fucked up Deadpool.
Yeah.
Wait, do
I
we
just
think
saw a
now
huge
that
Hugh Jackman cameo yesterday. I don't know if you guys have ever seen
now
it.
that
cool
he's
show,
dead and his
Masters.
Wolverine's over, are we gonna get the show or the movie New Mutants? Are we gonna get those X-Men?
Oh.
that'd be bad.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah, to
Shut your
keep
mouth
that
right now.
shit.
Don't you fucking put that on us,
Yeah.
Aiden.
Kevin Feige's watching this. He's like, that's a good ass idea.
Yeah.
He's like, we don't got to pay these expensive motherfuckers. We can just give these shit characters a spot in the MCU.
Yeah. But I mean, that's all I gotta
see
say on
James
it.
McAvoy.
You guys want to wrap it up? What do you guys
Yeah.
think? Final
Yeah.
thoughts? Pretty cool, huh? I'm excited.
Exciting. Like
Yeah.
I said, the only thing that I'm more like scared about would just be two directors directing Avengers, King Dynasty, and Secret Wars. I feel like they
Yeah.
got to give that guy both of them. There you go.
Yeah. that
And I'm
might
excited
happen.
to see who directs Fantastic Four because it wasn't the who's the guy that backed out?
John Watts.
John Watts,
That
the
did
guy
the
from
Spider-Man trilogy.
Homecoming. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
So I mean, I don't blame him for dropping out.
I hope it's not
I don't
Peyton
really want
Reed,
that
dude.
shit.
He did the first two Ant-Man movies. I hope he
I
doesn't.
mean, I don't. There's no director in the MCU that I didn't like.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're all good in their own ways, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'll say it right
Stuff
now.
I'm excited for.
That's Doctor Doom, right? And when they introduce Doctor Doom, they better play a goddamn MF Doom song to go with it. That's
What if
all.
what if they reach
need.
out to you and they ask you to play Doctor Doom?
Yeah,
Would you
dude,
be good?
I'll turn them over to Anthony Starr because just kidding.
That would be sweet if they did
No,
that, man.
Me,
People
me
are
and
like,
Aiden-
we don't
well,
want
in
him
the
doing
group
that.
chat. No, we don't. Here's where Anthony Starr would fit, and for the fans that don't know, that is Homelander from The Boys. He would make a perfect Magneto. And when I sent that text, I
He would.
was saying that because of Days of Future Past, the end thing that what's his name gives as Magneto would be perfect for Anthony Starr.
Yeah.
Where he's talking about how the mutants have to rise up and that they are the true being. That would be perfect for Anthony Starr, especially
Fuck
coming off
yeah.
the Homelander high.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think
But
he got
Doc-
asked about that.
Doc
he's-
Doom, they need to fucking just like bring me someone I've never seen that cast perfectly.
Yeah.
I don't want a fan service anymore. I want
Would you-
someone else.
Yeah, I was gonna say, would you guys
Especially if
rather
they're gonna
have?
kill someone like Christian Bale as Gore? Fuck out of my face with that.
Would you rather them bring in fresh faces for X-Men, or would you rather it be like celebrities or
Fresh.
obviously established
them
actors and actresses?
I want fresh.
I think
and
fresh
look,
is good.
Hugh Jackman literally came out after Logan and was like, you know who I want as my Wolverine? And he said Tom Hardy.
Radcliffe.
He said Tom Hardy. Tom Hardy would be a fucking
yeah.
great Wolverine.
That's the thing is that he's already got his own character, which sucks.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, they fucked that up. I solely feel like they did that just to shit on Hugh Jackman. Because
Yeah.
MCU is like, fuck Fox, here's our dick, and set it out. We're going to give him one of the worst roles that we can.
I just wish
Fucking
that
Venom.
from the start there is no Fox bullshit, no Sony bullshit.
I
Kevin
hate
Feige
that.
just had complete control of everything. Do you know how
Yeah.
fucking sweet that would have been if we
Well,
started
Fox
off?
and Sony still could
Dude,
have
that's
made
why.
bread
I mean,
the
it's
whole
all a
way.
monopoly, man. It sucks that this. We can't even get fucking Spider-Man movies on Disney Plus.
Man.
But
And
what
next thing
do you think of Cillian Murphy playing Doctor Doom?
That'd be
I don't know
cool.
who that is.
Who's
I can see
Cillian
that.
Murphy?
Badass.
Remind me.
Peaky Blinders,
Uh,
Scarecrow,
That guy?
Scarecrow, Peaky Blinders,
As a
Scarecrow.
Doc Doom, I did see
Oh,
dude,
that.
that'd be
That would
sick.
be dirty.
That
That
would be
would
cool.
be dirty as fuck.
Who would play? Would they introduce Silver Surfer at all in the X-Men
Probably
movie? Or
not right
X-Men,
away.
Fantastic Four.
Probably not right away.
Yeah, maybe
It'd
not
probably
right
be
away.
a whole arc of going against Doc Doom.
Yeah.
With Galactus and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Maybe in the
Well,
next
that's
saga or
that's the
something.
big bad. You all
Hopefully they
know
do
that,
Galactus.
right?
If they do, yeah, I was gonna say if they do Galactus, that would be like
That's
the
yeah.
end of a phase.
But that's why
Yeah.
you see all these little ass Avengers, and then you see Galactus. Like they they need Eternals, or they need what are they called?
Celestials.
Celestials. They need
Celestials,
World
yeah.
War Hulk. They need all those, man. You can't
Yeah.
you can't fight a bad like that.
Yeah.
But-
No.
I was gonna say if Sony and Marvel keep beefing, we're gonna get Penis Parker on the screen.
We're gonna get Drake
Hey,
Bell
we're
live
gonna
action,
get-
man.
We're gonna get Aiden Bender in the costume.
We're gonna get Penis Parker. I saw Ned at the bar the other day, man. That shit's crazy.
Oh, there you go. Hey, hey, Brian, you're Ned, Aiden.
Yeah.
Say
I'm Aunt May.
less.
Who's Mary Jane?
Andrew.
There,
Yeah,
yeah,
I can't-
Josh
yeah,
is
I-
Mary Jane.
I'll be Aunt May.
What am I then, man?
Your Uncle Ben.
Uncle
Dude, you're
Ben.
casted as the thing.
No,
you
you're
know
Triple
this.
H.
Yeah, you're Ben,
Or
you're just
no,
the
who's the
thing.
guy that he fought in the cage match? Is it Triple H?
That Undertaker looking
Bonesaw?
motherfucker.
Yeah,
Bonesaw.
Bonesaw.
Yeah.
Uh,
But all right,
Oh,
let's
also, before
go
we
ahead,
wrap it up,
Yeah.
Brian, I disagree with you. I think Tobey Maguire instead of Blade made the MCU possible. That's just
You're-
my opinion.
You're
No.
dumb. It's
Nope,
facts.
it's facts.
Blade
Wesley
came
Snipes.
out before that.
what about
On
the
top
original
of
X-Men
that,
movie?
He was
No.
owned
2000.
by Sony.
Wesley Snipes was the first
that
one.
was
man.
owned by Fox. This
What,
was
those came out in the 90s, Josh.
Oh, is it 90s?
Yeah.
I thought it
what
was
came
early
out in the
2000s.
90s.
Blade.
The Blades.
okay.
Yeah,
Blade.
the Blades factually raised one.
I'm
What
just
is it?
saying, X-Men and X2
147 million.
Yeah.
Blade
And
one
that's
came out in
when they
1998.
realized that comic book movies could be a thing. So in reality, thank Wesley Snipes for ever seeing Tobey Maguire on the goddamn big screen.
Yep.
Yeah.
That wouldn't have happened.
Just
Hugh
saying.
Jackman wouldn't have been Wolverine.
I think Marvel. That was Marvel's first
No.
movie. Was Blade.
It was
That's
because
some
they
dumbass-
sold
What
because
came
they
first?
fucked up and they sold all of the rights to
Yep.
Fox and Sony to do shit. They did it, and they were like, "Well, we still own Blade. We can do something with that." And then they did something with that, and it was a fucking hit. And they go, "Why the fuck did we sell off these characters?"
They're going bankrupt.
Well, yeah, they were going
yeah.
bankrupt, but now after the fact, though, they look at it and go, "Why the fuck did we not ever do anything with these people sooner? Like we own the rights and we just fucking let
I
them
think
go.
they sold Spider-Man for like $7 million.
No.
Should have gone for more."
And they're
Yeah,
what that
no.
movie just made 1.7 billion.
Yep.
So
Yeah, no, it's not my
Same.
personal opinion. This is fact. Wesley Snipes'
Mhm.
Blade saved the whole goddamn MCU. Look into it. Everyone listening right now, if you don't
I'm
believe
sorry.
me,
That's
I
so
agree
some-
with you, Mike. I
That's
that is
agree.
just
true.
some
I agree with
dumbass-
you.
What came first, the chicken or the egg? Like
it's
obviously,
not.
yeah,
It's
now-
not that,
No,
bro.
I-
It's not that.
That
It's
was
the
Marvel's.
fact
That was
he
Marvel's
was
first
the-
movie.
Yes.
And that was the most successful, or not
I
the
get
most,
what
but
you're
that it
saying.
was successful. So they were like, all right, then it opened the world to Iron Man
and then
1.
what? And then we got
and all
without
that.
without
we
Spider-Man
got the
1 or 2.
first goddamn
Yeah,
Daredevil.
those are the other
which
ones that
was
those are
shit.
their second
Without-
tries, and it worked out. So it was just game over ever since. It was game over ever since Blade.
That's
yeah,
a
the
bad
poor
take.
listener that has to
It's-
decipher all three
Not
of
a
them
bad
yelling.
take. It's
It's
facts.
No.
not bad take. Like it's facts. Look into
All
it.
right. Well, okay. All right. Well, let's end it. Let's end this episode.
Hey, I just
Uh,
want to end it. We get a little hostile, but I love all these boys with my life. I would give my
Yeah.
left nut to each and every one of them.
All right, good.
Oh,
I'll
you're
see you
right.
next
Funny
time.
because I need
Josh,
a left
end it.
nut.
Yeah, me too.
Gone. Gave it to Josh already. My bad.
All right.
But all right, boys, go check out the YouTube. We had like pictures of each phase while we were talking about it. Download the episode. That helps out a lot.
Like,
yeah, we have an
comment.
episode
You can
Friday.
comment
Gray
you
Man.
hate it. We don't care. It just
Gray Man's
helps
next
us on
week.
the
We need
algorithm.
feedback.
Yeah. Tell me what Aiden did wrong, and we'll fix it.
Yeah. If you want Brian to shut up, just type that in the comments.
Say
section. Brian,
Yeah.
shut the fuck up.
So
I
Brian,
want
shut
all
the
my
fuck up.
haters to come right now and be like, "Tell that kid to shut up."
And
someone
if
type-
you haven't checked our recent updates on the website, our PO box is added to it. So
Yeah.
be sure to send all your fan mail there.
It's actually
Yeah.
just Aiden's
Hey,
home address.
Brian needs a new dildo, so
All right.
Thanks. Mike moved too far away from me, so
Let's go.
All right, boys.
Yeah.
See ya.
I'll see you
Like,
guys.
comment,
hey, see you guys
subscribe.
tomorrow at the weekend.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.